Hi, everyone. Welcome and thank you for listening to Reality In-Laws. I am MD Kappie, a comic actor, podcaster, and amateur poet. I am joined here with my sister-in-law, Melissa, who happens to be a guidance counselor. And yes, also my guidance counselor. We are here to break down what 90 Day Fiance reveals about love, culture, and yes, I'm going to say it 2 weeks in a row, psychosis. Today we are here to break down last fling before the ring. I think fling has a lot of different meanings here, but here she is. She needs no introduction. I think the best guidance counselor in the universe, the one, the only Melissa. Good day, good evening, wherever you might be, Melissa. What do you say? Oh, wait, before you answer, I have a question.
Okay.
If someone says to you, Melissa, I don't mean any disrespect, but I have a question for you or a comment. Do you feel usually something is coming disrespectfully after that comment? It's trying to soften the blow?
So, Kappie, not to be disrespectful, but
no disrespect.
But would you agree with Shea that third time's a charm?
We shall see. How about that?
Ooh, okay. Not to be disrespectful, but we shall
spicy.
See. That's
no,
a little spicy.
Third time is a charm.
How do you
third
know?
time, and I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Jen makes fun of me all the time lately. About she listens. She listens to our podcast religiously. So she's been busting my chops. You got to do the work. You got to do the work. You got to do the work. You got to, punch the time card. All of those things that I say right here on this program.
Uh-huh.
So why third time is the charm? At least for me, I don't know about Shea, but for me, I did the work all of these years. So yes, the third time is a charm for me.
Oh, okay. I didn't know where you were going with that story. I thought at first maybe you were going to say third time's a charm for you because you like that my sister makes fun of you constantly.
No.
That's the right girl for you.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. Don't you know me by now? My stories and comments to you are not short-winded.
No.
No. And I make no apologies for that.
I can make fun of you too constantly.
You can. You're my kid sister. You're supposed to.
That's why third time's a charm. You finally have a good sister-in-law.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
You got an eye roll there.
Interesting. Okay. Speaking of in-laws, let's go to Mallory and Rașit because it's like for him, the in-laws are actually her friends.
Yes. Who are very nice, by the way. I think she has nice friends.
Yeah, what a great friend group. They organized like a daytime bachelor party, like 10 a.m. It was like a brunch bachelor party at the strip club.
I never thought you could do shots at 10 a.m.
There you go. Unless these people wake up really late in the afternoon, but
yeah,
it seemed early the way. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so there's 2 days to their wedding. Yep. And they're going on their 10 a.m. bachelorette party, and they're pre-gaming. Do you pre-game? Is that something you do?
I don't think there's a pre-game. I don't know. Maybe that's something they do in Alabama.
You've never pre-gamed?
No.
Well, you must be of a certain socioeconomic class because a lot of people pre-game in their 20s. You're going to break
it down to classes now?
Well, I think that if you don't have to worry too much about money or how much the drinks are going to cost, you're not going to pre-game so much unless you're just trying to get yourself into like a certain state. But she said it was cheaper that way. Yeah, I certainly remember pre-gaming in my 20s for sure. Yeah.
Well, if you're gonna talk about Mallory pre-gaming, I think she's looking after her money. So I could see her pre-gaming. Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't want to dip into that accident money.
The accident money. Imagine it's only like $1,200.
That would be the funniest thing ever.
She's I wanted the prenup. I wanted the prenup. We're getting divorced. How much at the reading of the will? I leave Rașit, whatever his last name is, $1,200.
Well, it's like she never really had a lot of money, right? To say it was $1,500. And then when they get divorced, it turns out she was just using that as a bargaining chip, so that she wouldn't have to have kids with him.
Yeah.
And he doesn't get to see her assets then. He just assumes because, they didn't go through that.
No.
Or even better, when we get to like Marissa and Edward, it would have been fantastic if he ended up having like all these assets and she was the one going, wow, I didn't know you had a lot of money. That would have been something. But alas, we'll get there.
That would have been amazing. Yeah.
We'll work our way there.
Oh, I have a lot of thoughts on Marissa and Edward. That's another thing Jen keeps on telling me. We played this little game the other night. We were sitting in bed chatting. Mm-hmm. And she goes, if you had a coin, Michael, I would name it thoughts and questions, because I always say I have a lot of thoughts on something. But if someone asks me something or say something, I always say I have a lot of questions. Would you agree with that?
I think it's actually a quality that I like about you, that you ask questions. I mean, I don't like that you ask me questions necessarily, to be clear.
Yeah, I know.
But I like that you ask questions because it shows that you're interested and that you're thinking.
Yes.
So what are your questions about Chihat? Chihat, the Turkish friend, he comes with like a pizza box with baklava in it.
Pizza, I know.
He's like, I thought he was a stripper at first, like delivery.
So did
baklava.
I was like,
oh, really?
Wow, what is this? What is this guy doing? I didn't think into it too much until what was overwhelming to me is just seeing Raș on the stage, so awkward with the dancers.
Oh, right. So they meet up with the other friends, all however many there were. What were there? 6 or 7 friends coming out of the party bus.
Yeah,
wasn't like a brunch party bus, but they're nice friends. But yeah, they really like Chihat. So then they ride over to the pony, and they have some fun in the party bus.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's really funny? Because I was kind of curious about this particular. I thought I was curious about the strip club, but I was curious about how to put it. I wasn't sure if it was like a made for TV kind of a situation where they couldn't show so much because it's TV, but it was just kind of like so. And I looked it up because I was curious to know if that's Alabama or like what the deal is. But apparently Alabama has pretty strict laws about what can be in these kinds of places.
Are you talking about what they can and cannot do inside of strip club establishments?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
What made you look into that? I'm curious.
Well, I was just wondering, like, what they were wearing and things. Like, was it just because of TV, or how accurate might this be?
Yeah. But even if they were fully nude, they would be. The private parts would be blurred out, correct? You've seen that on even regular TV.
Well, I don't watch that kind of TV, my brother-in-law.
No,
I just wasn't. So I just wasn't sure how that. I had a lot of questions, as you would say. Some questions.
Love it.
Another question I had was, have you ever gone to a bachelor party or been to a strip club and men are dancing on the pole? Like patrons get up and start dancing on the pole?
I have, yeah.
Oh, you have? That's the thing.
Once, yeah.
Okay. Is that common? Is that a thing?
I don't think it's common. It happened years ago. I went to a bachelor party, and it was my cousin Kathy, her husband, who I went to high school with, and we went to this strip club. I don't know, somewhere in Babylon, 170 Main Street, Babylon. Like, okay, that joke.
I know. Well, first off, I like how you name the people. It's just like,
yeah. Well, I try to tell I'm a storyteller. I like to give the people the vision of what I'm thinking, so they could be there within the story along with me.
Right. Okay.
Whether they're interested or not. So yeah, I was at this bachelor party. There was only 4 of us there. There was 4 of us, the groom, whatever, 3 of us. And He was like Ross. He was on a chair on the stage, and then all of a sudden that they like take him by the hand, and he's climbing the pole, and he did not do a very good job, because I think that's extremely tough what those ladies do.
Well, Rosh did it.
Yeah, Rosh did it. Rosh is in pretty good shape.
Maybe he goes to like those pole dancing classes. He can't work, so
he can't work. He makes really bad tables, but he knows how to pole dance.
He's got to fill his time somehow. But do you think he was a real fish out of water in this situation, or was he playing it up?
That is a good question. I was in that part of the world, and those type of places do not exist. They do not exist.
Wait, what do you mean?
The Middle East, where he's from. So I really bought it that he did not know what was going to happen, what was going to go on there in the strip club. So yeah, I believed him, and he looked so awkward. No, I don't think he was playing it up. I think he was really awkward until he started getting into it.
Yeah, it was cute at first. Like his eyes are darting around. Like I don't know where to look.
Like I don't know where to look. Oh my God.
And then he embraced it. What a little alcohol will do.
What a little alcohol. And plus, you have to understand, he knew Mallory was going to see it.
Yeah, she didn't care. Like, she wanted him to have fun.
Yeah,
I think she would be pleased. Yeah, I think she'd be actually like pleased. I think she'd be pleased that he had a good time.
Sure.
I also think, there's something about beginner's mind here, because under the assumption that, maybe he's seen something like this on the kind of TV shows that maybe you watch, Kappie. But he's never had the experience in real life, and he just doesn't know. No. Like when you're in another culture, you're not sure how things work, and then have that beginner's mind in which you just totally get into it in your own very unique way because you don't know how to do the thing. And so you just do it your way.
And then Brandon, he didn't even really tell him what was going to happen. He was just like, you two sit here. He was, he's always the big boss man. You two sit here. I'm going to go get a drink. And that was that. And then Rosh is up on the stage. I bought it. I thought, I think Rosh is kind of innocent in a way.
Oh, I mean, that's how he's portraying. That was like, I guess, the crux of my question, right?
Yeah.
I see that too. I'd like to believe that, but also I think that's what's happening, the way he's reacting. And Brandon, you're right, is so funny. At the baseball game, he's like, you stand for the national anthem. And then here he's like, you two sit. He can have that kind of bossiness. Like he likes to show off his culture, what he calls his culture. In this very direct way. It's cute.
By the way, a little side note. I don't know if you saw on, I believe it was Instagram, we posted a reel and Mallory liked it. So apparently Mallory is following us now. So hello, Mallory.
Oh, okay. Well, apparently you're the kind of guy who looks to see who liked your posts.
I am. You say it like it's a bad thing, like I'm a stalkerish kind of guy. I just want to. I want to see who our audience. I'm very interested. Who we are engaging with.
The riffraff.
The riffraff. No, because I am a pure and innocent, nice fella from Long Island.
That's right. Yes. As we peel back that onion. So while he is dancing on the pole and having a good time, the girls are inebriated in the middle of the day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
She's like riding a motorcycle like she's never seen one before.
I know. She looked so tiny on it. Yeah. It's bike night. That was a beautiful motorcycle, by the way.
That was pretty big.
It was huge. And she got on and she revved it up. And and then they went to sit down and they had kind of a serious conversation in between the shots.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, which is an interesting contrast to...
Very interesting contrast.
Right?
No, the interesting contrast for me is to have a serious conversation while you're drinking. How can you have a serious conversation and you don't even have all your wits about you?
Oh, people do it all the time, right? That's how they
I'm not a drinker, so I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Otherwise, they can't access that stuff. But these girls could access it.
Well,
this is
I
for the
could
cameras.
access. That's true. I see. I'm different. I could access usually anything, and I don't need Grey Goose.
We know.
Yeah. Boy, you are some little sister. You break my. You and your sister. You're doing a good. You guys are doing a good job.
Well, you know what you signed up for.
That's so funny. I just said goodnight to her a little while ago, and she said the very same thing. You signed up for this.
Yeah, it was in your ketubah, which you never read, so you don't even know.
I don't even know where it is right now.
All that time picking out this ketubah, that ketubah, this design, and at the end of the day, you don't even read it.
I have no idea what the words say. Nothing. But
it might say how much the accident money was. You wouldn't know.
Oh, the accident, yeah. So I don't know.
She in the series. In this serious, so you're not you're third time's a charm. Don't need a prenup guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I so look forward to getting to when we talk about Marissa's mom. But
yeah.
You know what we learn here in this series conversation is that her father, Mallory's father, is not going to come to the wedding, which isn't super shocking. But that the sister and the mom are coming, which is cool. And
Very
the
cool.
father is just not pleased with her marrying a Muslim, which is a common trope, if you will, in this 90-day TV show. But this dad wasn't a stand-up guy even before this.
No, no, he wasn't. He was never a stand-up guy for her. No, and she even said, I think it's been like 10 years since really he has been in her life.
Something like that, right? Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So he's a non-entity in her life.
Right.
So if I was Mallory, I wouldn't even want him there.
Well, easy to say, right? But I'll say this. I'll say that those friends are really sweet. Michaela was like, well, I know this doesn't substitute for family, or it's not as good as family, but, you know, he has us, right? And I'm like, that's like really sweet.
That was really sweet, yes.
Good friends.
Yeah. I think Raș and Mallory are going to get married, and they do have a lot of support. Even, you know, Brandon is alpha male dominant personality. And the two ladies, I think they're going to be fine. I really do.
Last week, you said there's no way Thomas and Paula are getting married.
Yeah, I did.
Are you sticking with it?
You know, it's funny. If I didn't see the coming attractions, I would still stick to it.
Oh, you get fooled by the coming attractions?
Sometimes.
How adorable.
I know.
I always think they're getting married.
I am sticking to it, especially that she was not happy at this dinner and taking the bike ride instead of a car, and saved a ton of money. Meanwhile, he's buying an expensive dinner for her there, and he's grabbing her phone, and he's not a good guy. He's not good for her. He's not. If I was her brother or a friend or whatever, I would be at least giving, and I don't give advice like that to anyone, but first of all, he doesn't belong with anybody except anybody like-minded like him, a minimalist or what have you. And she's too modern for him.
Okay, hang on. All right, let's break it down. Let's get there. That's fascinating. Okay.
Yeah.
So we do join them, and they're like riding on that tandem bike or something like this. And they're arguing about it with the phone, and, you know, use two hands, hold on to me with two hands. Yeah. But I'll say this, like, they're wearing different clothes, and it's in the daytime and stuff. So this was another incident where they're arguing on a bike, or they're reenacting it or something, right?
Yeah.
So then where turns out they are going out is to a fancy schmancy dinner, like you said.
Beautiful place, yeah.
Yeah. She goes into this whole thing about him not being mature enough, explaining that she dressed up and that you shouldn't have to take a bike and to save $12.
Yeah.
And then
he's like, it's $20. Yeah.
Yes. The thing is, like, he does double down when they argue, and so does she. And It's like he could see from her that it wasn't a good idea, and he could have just said, like Edward style, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, and just let it
Take
go.
accountability, just like in
Yeah.
relationships. If you really mean to apologize, take accountability and move on.
Right. But here's the thing. She does the same thing. She also doubles down. So like when she, for example, when they were arguing over the perfume for the first time they argued over the smells, and he flipped out, and she was making light of it and kept making light of it.
Yeah.
And double down on that. And they do that back and forth when they fight. So I think if they learned how to argue better, it could be helpful. But she says some things here. So she says...
yeah. She goes off. She goes off.
Yeah. And she leads up to it. So first, she's like, you need to learn when is the appropriate moment for something. And that was reminiscent. We could next talk about Marissa and Edward, but Marissa also says intimates something like that.
She does.
But from Paula, it didn't sound as bad.
It doesn't. No, it was a little it was a tad softer from Paula.
Yeah, but also I think because she's right about the bike thing.
Oh, she's absolutely right.
So, like, Marissa wasn't right about what she was doing in that restaurant, right?
No.
So, he doubles down, goes back at her, and she's like, I don't want to marry you if you're going to force your lifestyle on me. And then she says, and have you ever described this about your partner? Like, it's like foie gras, like you're just stuffing your life, your lifestyle in me, like stuffing it down the goose. What are your thoughts about that?
My thoughts is I agree with her 100%.
Oh, okay.
I do. He wants to be a deodorant auditor. And I do think he wants Paula to live by his credo, everything he does. Even though he does so often, okay, I understand. Sometimes he'll apologize for something, but deep down, he really doesn't. Deep down. No, I see right through this guy.
Two things. Yeah. Couldn't you also make the argument that she is trying to stuff her lifestyle down his throat with all her tiny things and wanting him to get more furniture and wanting him to be okay with the smells and have 10 family members over?
I do, but in her defense, she does admit that having the family was too much. She does. Number one. Number two, you know how I feel about men and women in relationships.
First, number one.
What?
Yeah. On number one, she admitted it to us, the camera, but she didn't really say it to him. She never said, she just doubled down to him. She never said, we never heard her say to him, this was kind of a bad idea. Sorry about that. She never did that.
She must have, though. I mean, he must have seen it. I mean, he's probably sitting 10 feet away from her during those interviews. That's what I'm assuming.
Okay, you're an apologist. You just don't know that.
I don't know that. But if she says it, he must know it.
Okay. That's faulty reasoning. But we'll move on. Okay. We'll just skip over that. But what's your second point?
How I feel in the dynamic between a man and a woman, and all I could speak for myself is if Jen wants something, if it's within reason, not anything crazy, I think a woman should get what she wants. That's how I feel.
So you're saying being in a relationship, it's like you're at a 4-way stop, and when you get to the 4-way stop, then the person who's like going straight or making the right gets to go first, and the person making the left has to yield.
I don't.
Are you saying?
I don't understand your reasoning. In correlation to what I'm saying?
Let me finish. Yeah. Are you saying that the woman is always the one who's going straight or making the right and gets their way?
No.
Just because they're a woman?
No. I'm saying the woman should get more leeway than the man.
That's so fucked up. What the fuck? Why?
Well, because I think women I think women have suffered enough in this world, and I think that's how I feel as a man. That's how I'm a gentleman. That's how I feel. And I don't make any apologies about it. She wants to have all her little suitcases and all these things that manifest. By the way,
wait, but if she were a man, and so that explains your rationale here. So their lifestyles are in conflict.
Yes,
and
very much so.
And so they're like at the 4-way stop sign, and because he's a man, he's like the one making the left, and he has to yield to her.
But if we're talking about these two individuals, what's wrong with wanting new furniture? What's wrong with wanting a bit more space?
Okay, I will tell you, because your values are more aligned with the furniture buying folks. That's all.
Not just the it's not just
That's
about
why
the
you
furniture.
think it's okay. Okay.
Not just about the furniture. She left Brazil. She left a pretty big life down there. As she said, she had 18 people working for her.
Okay.
She had a business. You know, she had a big upheaval in her life, and you could see the frustration when she goes off on him in this segment. I think she's finally had it up to her eyebrows, and she really lets him have it, calling him son of a bitch in Spanish, all of that.
In Portuguese.
Portuguese, thank you.
I'm stunned. Okay. So let's get to that part. So I'm just stunned by the fact that you think that what you're actually saying is that women get a pass and don't always. This actually explains.
No, I'm not saying that.
You are saying that they're getting more leeway. You're saying that.
For me, they would. If I was Thomas,
what you're saying.
I'm saying about me. I'm not speaking for men in general. I can only speak for myself.
Dude, okay.
I can only speak for myself. I don't think he's doing the work properly for this relationship.
Well, he's not. I'm not suggesting that he is.
He's not.
But I'm saying if the tables were turned, he was the one calling her those horrible things. You're a fucking son of a bitch. You're so fucking annoying. Things like this. You would look at it differently. And I'm just so confused. Like, she gets more of a pass, you're saying.
Why would I be giving her a pass? But if you're asking me if okay, now the tables were turned and he's cursing her out.
Yeah. You're not giving him a pass.
I would
because
not
he's
give
a man?
him no.
Okay.
No, you're twisting my words. I would not I would not give him a pass. First of all, I don't think any man should curse at a woman.
There you go again. You're gendering it. It's so weird to me.
But what's wrong with what I'm saying?
No one should curse out another person.
No, absolutely. But
why do you got to say a man shouldn't do that to a woman? I don't get it.
Why do you think a man should curse out a woman?
I think no person should do that to another person.
I understand that, but I do understand her frustration here. I understood her frustration looking at her face, and it was building and building and building for a long time.
Do you know what I actually think happened here? I think she sees that her family's leaving, and she's thinking, I just want to go back with them. Like, she's kind of spiraling and is losing.
Oh, yeah.
She feels like she's losing herself, and she's like, I'm going to be left here with this guy. And I'm not sure I want to sign myself up to this.
No, I don't think she's very happy with. I don't think she's very happy with him, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, clearly. And so she's spiraling, and she's acting really poorly, though. She's picking fights with him on the bicycle. She's picking fights with him constantly, and then she's calling him these words in her native language, which he speaks.
I understand. It seems like you're giving him more of a pass. When they're on the bike, let's break this down. When they're on the bike, it looks like she's trying to take pictures, and she can't because of she's trying to hold on and do pictures. And he's like almost treating her like a 2-year-old. Just hold on to me with 2 hands. Give me the phone. And she's reaching for the phone, and he's like, no. You know, no.
Mark and I always have this argument.
I know you do.
Right?
Yeah.
And so he's, I'm just like, wait, hang on, slow down. He doesn't listen to me. He's driving. I'm not going to call him, you son of a fucking, so fucking annoying. You're a son of a bitch.
No, but I think, wait a minute. I think we're dealing with two different things.
I think these are
here.
Little things. I think she got on the bike with him. She got on the bike. Hold on and enjoy yourself. Like, relax, right? Like, I think she's making big deal out of these things. And they're just having a nice dinner together.
But he also doesn't know how to speak to
spiraling.
her. He
She's
doesn't know how to
spiraling.
speak to her proper.
Right. I agree with that.
He doesn't.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And her as well, though. Her as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. From the beginning, when she was kind of demeaning to him, I didn't think it was that harsh as you're laying out.
Okay, I'm stunned because she's a woman.
No, it has nothing to do with that she was a woman.
I see right through it.
No, I know you're dying on that hill, but
I've died on lesser hills.
Because as you see, when we start talking about Edward and Marissa, the script is going to flip for me.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about it.
Yeah. Well, do you want to end our conversation with Thomas and Paula?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I don't think they're right for each other. I don't think they have any business being married, even together. I think she should go back to Brazil with her family.
I think what this highlights really is that, there's all different reasons why relationships don't work out, but something that we often will overlook are just living together. You can work really well together, but living together just might not be in the cards for them. Maybe they could be married and stuff, but they have more space for each, not this tiny apartment. It might actually be a completely different situation. I think that if they have separate accounts and finances and things like that, then it becomes less of an issue about what she's spending or not spending. They just can make that work. None of this is insurmountable in my mind, other than how they talk to each other.
I understand that. I understand exactly what you're saying, but what is the motivation? What do they want?
They want a spider.
It's funny. They haven't spoken about spidering in a while. Maybe they need some spider time.
Yeah, because they have 2 sisters and a brother and 3 cousins in the bed with them.
I know they can't spider. They can't sneak off to the bathroom.
Mom and Dad are in a camping chair.
I don't know. Maybe we'll agree to disagree. You think they'll get married?
Well, I think they'll get married, but more so than that, I think they could work out together. I do. I think
living in separate homes?
I think they could live in separate homes, or I think that they could learn how to talk to each other.
What kind of marriage is that, living in separate homes?
Oh, what's wrong with that? You just live in separate homes.
I'm asking you.
I'm
asking you.
What kind of marriage is that? I think it could be a highly successful one.
Okay.
What's wrong with it?
I didn't say there was anything wrong with it.
Oh, I think it could be expensive. I think it could
be expensive. It's funny.
His argument might be that it's expensive.
Jen and I were at a wedding the other day, an outdoor wedding. It was beautiful. And I ran into an old friend of mine that he's in his early 70s and he has a girlfriend and they live separately. I don't know if they're engaged. I'm not sure. I don't know the whole story. They've been together a long time. And I said, "Oh, where are you guys living?" And they said, "Well, we live separately. I live in Islip and she lives somewhere else." And I said,
Are you going to give their addresses?
No, I am not going to give their addresses, wise ass. I'll say their names because I don't really give a crap, to tell you the truth, because I really never liked the guy, to tell you the truth.
Oh my God.
And and it almost went to she was defending it, because I just looked at them like, "Oh, okay." And she said, "Well, sometimes we'll watch a movie together. I get tired. I want to go home and sleep by myself. And so when we want to see each other, we'll see each other." And I'm like, okay. It's not for me. It's not for me. But I felt her almost defending her.
Well,
she was defending herself.
I'm sure, because
She was
people like
trying
you
to
were like,
explain.
okay.
I was just like, all right, I don't like the guy anyway, really, to tell you the truth. So
You're like, I totally get it, man. I wouldn't want to live with that guy either.
Exactly. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, that could work for them, or they could learn how to just argue better. But fundamentally, they do seem to have an admiration for each other. When she was expressing her concern, or however you want to say what she was saying, expressing her concern / berating him, he looked crestfallen. You could see his whole face just died inside, and you could see just how hurt he was, but also taken aback, like, hey, this is really serious. I don't think she's going to marry me. What just happened?
Well, I have a whole different spin. I'm going to throw a curveball at you.
Okay.
I think I have the solution for Thomas and Paula. I think they should move away from California and move back to wherever it was, one of the Carolinas, and live with the father and Renee, because they looked fucking happy there.
They did look fucking happy there.
They looked really happy. They got along. They got along with Renee and the dad. They were having outdoor activities with the animals and all the goats and all that stuff. And they looked great. They looked so happy.
They had a trailer, and she was like, all this space.
They go to Long Beach, and all they do is bicker.
I thought you were going to say they need the revolver too.
I don't know. They spider, so maybe they don't need it. I have no idea. I don't know what's involved in spidering. I don't know. I've tried to Google it. Nothing comes up.
I want to see your Google search history before and after.
You do not want to see my. You do not want to see my Google history.
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
Well, mine now includes, what is an Alabama? Oh, this is what I was going to say earlier too, because I Googled about like what's involved with an Alabama strip club, what's allowed, what's not allowed. Yeah. And you know what came up? The pony. It's a chain, I guess, but the exact place.
Was it the stone pony or just the pony?
Oh, the pony or whatever it was. Yeah. I can't remember, but the pony thing, like that came up, and I was like, I wonder if I'm not the only one doing this Google, because this came up.
I'm sure you're not. So do tell, do they have restrict? I've been in. They
do have restrictions, yeah, but
so you can't be topless or bottomless. I'm not sure.
Something like that, yeah. Like they can't have total nudity, and I don't know, some things like that, like touching, and then I really don't know what the rules are in other states, so I really didn't do the deep dive, because after that I thought, yikes, my search history. I don't know. Oh, gosh.
You're going to get a knock on the door. Hello, have you been Googling the pony in Alabama?
Exactly. Well, one day, maybe you'll do the tour and go to all the states, and go to Patuca, go here.
Well, I want to go to Gatlinburg. I want to see where they were at, because it looked beautiful, the Smoky Mountains.
Oh, yeah. That was gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. Mommybelle and Shea. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. So let's compare this Thomas and Paula situation to Marissa and Edward. Okay. So we have the morning after their big argument that took up 2 episodes, and it's still 20 days till their wedding. And it's literally the morning after, and she comes down while he's making eggs, and she says, so last night was fun. He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, look, the bullshit you tried with me, that was unnecessary. And again, like Paula, she's like, you have to read me better. You have to read me better. And
I have thoughts on that, but go ahead.
Yeah, if I'm in the mood for a serious conversation, you'll read that in my face. What are your thoughts there?
Time. First of all, it takes time to understand someone's faces.
Right.
Okay. Right. Number one. What do I always say? The 3 C's. The 3 C's. The 3 fucking C's. If you say to me, I feel like talking about something serious. Okay, Edward, I'm really not in the mood right now, but can we set a time to do that? What's so hard about saying that? I'm asking you, Melissa.
Yes. I mean, look, it's not for me to...
If I say, I like to talk
settle
about...
Settle down, Kappie.
I talk about serious conversations with Jen more than she likes to. So now I know, because we've only been together a little less than 2 years. So I can read her faces by now, but sometimes I'll ask her, can I make an appointment with you? Because I need to talk to you about something. Are you ready now, or should we wait till tomorrow or later or whatever? And that's what I think should have happened here. Read my face. I'm gonna learn to read your faces.
No,
it takes
I agree.
time.
And also, even if you can or can't read my face, like, that's just bullshit. She's just throwing it on him.
Yes,
Yeah,
she is. I know,
taking...
and everyone out there that listens to us, I'm always on Team Marissa. I was really not on Team Marissa this segment.
Oh, okay, interesting.
I wasn't.
Okay, so yeah, I totally wasn't. But
I don't like when someone says, "Oh, you have to learn me."
Look, Edward's so cool here. Edward's like, he's just like, all right, look, like, I'm sorry, and he learns hangry, and he's
hangry,
like, I don't want to just, he's the phrase that he says in Spanish, we swim, right?
We swim.
Just to die at the shore.
Yes.
And I thought that was great. And then they, and then also she had some Spanish that she was sharing with him that she learned about soulmate being like half an orange or my better half. And he loved that. And then they, go upstairs to Spider and canoodle. So.
Yeah, of course she says, well, I could use a massage.
I know.
Yeah.
All about me.
Exactly. See where I'm going with this?
I do. Now, here's my question. In their second segment, when she is meeting her mom and they're going to go wine tasting for the wedding.
Yeah, total ambush.
Did your opinion change at all of Marissa in this episode?
Where it turned for me was, we just talked about it, where she's telling him, you got to learn my faces. Well, listen, Marissa, it's going to take me time to learn what kind of person you are, what your face is, what your moods, all of that, right? Just like any other fucking relationship. Excuse me.
Wow, Kappie, settle down.
I know, I'm fired up.
This is the reason I ask that, is that once we see this mom.
Yeah, I don't like the mother. She ambushes her. She doesn't want her to marry Edward. I mean, it's really apparent, isn't it?
Yeah, once I see this mom, it's like all I can think is I just want to give Marissa a hug.
Yeah, I felt bad, but Marissa goes along with it because she says, I respect my mother. I listen to what she says. She's always looked out for me. So I guess what do I know?
Well, okay. I think.
Yeah. But then, can I get the lawyer on the phone to talk to you right now when we're in the middle of
wine?
wedding? You're planning your wedding wine tasting.
It's so funny. And she totally knows this lawyer. She's like, hi, Maria.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Maria. How you doing? Oh, Marissa's right here. Can I put the phone on speaker? Sure. Yeah, let's talk about it. 40%, you're going to be broke. You're going to be taking care of this guy for 10 years. If he leaves you, you break up. I mean, it was gloom and doom.
It was. And Marissa kind of went into this thinking, I already took care of this. I had my own lawyer look at the prenup. I took care of it. Don't worry. He doesn't care about this stuff. He signed it right away.
Yeah.
First off, he should have had representation. I'll just say, I can't believe I don't think he really literally could have just signed it without talking to his own lawyer first. I hope he didn't do that, but he does it. He's like, whatever. I have nothing. I'm just surprised you have all these assets.
Yeah.
The other thing about that, too, I think, is he can't really say, I didn't realize you even had money. I fell in love with you before I thought you had money.
Yeah.
I think based on where he says he comes from, he looks at the guests at the hotel, right, as though they have more money than he does if he has nothing, as he says. Mm-hmm. I think there's this... Like, people always think Americans have money, even if you don't, Yeah. Even if you've taken out a loan for your vacation or something, which a lot of Americans do. People will just think, oh, you're American. You have all this money.
Yeah.
And kind of like what Mallory was saying earlier on in the season, and that's just not the case.
No.
And so, yeah, I don't think it doesn't necessarily mean that Edward's only in it for the money or is even at all a tiny bit in it for the money.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't buy that he thought this person has no money when he met her. Like, I just don't think that that's true.
I personally think he's not in it for the money.
I don't think he's in it for the money, but I also think he knew damn well she had money or something.
Yeah.
Maybe not that many assets. Fine. But yeah, she's just kind of, oh, and you have nothing. Ha ha ha. I think she's very insensitive at the very least. It's very insensitive.
And you know what? I'm going to say it. She can be insensitive.
Yeah.
She can't be insensitive. And she tries to chalk it up and defend herself by, I'm just trying to be funny. I'm just goofing around. It's not funny.
Not funny.
It's not funny. No, you could, it's actually, I think, a toxic quality.
Okay.
When you talk down to someone, I'm just joking around.
I mean, totally.
You could be joking around, but it's still an insult.
Well, I think it's just,
you're not fucking Don Rickles here.
I think she has no idea how he might feel there. I just think the sense of empathy is off. I don't think she has a profound sense of empathy.
Yeah, the sense of empathy is off. And then when they were in the wedding venue, I wrote down a couple of notes. Edward's saying, we're a team, but he's having doubts because he's nervous about her ups and downs. So obviously she doesn't have what I call emotional regulation.
Right.
And which is, it could be scary for some people.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he was also referring to one moment she's in with him and then the next moment she's scared and running away.
Right.
He's not secure that she's not going to back out of this.
Right. He was saying back out. And then, 1 minute she's mad, 1 minute she's not. 1 minute she's yelling at me, 1 minute she's not. That's a tough way to live. Someone that doesn't have emotional regulation is a scary island to be on, especially in a serious relationship.
Well, island implies lonely. You, what did I say?
You didn't say it. You didn't say anything wrong. I'm saying if you're on an island with someone else in a serious relationship.
Yeah, it sounds lonely.
I know. I'm learning about you because you're my sister and we're in this relationship now and I am learning about you. So what I'm learning about you, if I make a statement, you break down my statement. So I said an island. Well, an island means you're all alone, Michael. No. So
well, I didn't say you're all alone. Well, first off, we're on a freaking podcast. I will. This is my opportunity to break it down. No, I mean, island implies lonely. Like you could be alone with the person on the island. It just implies lonely, I guess.
The island also could be very populated.
Like the island of Long.
The island of Long.
Strong Island.
Yeah, which is very overrated. But go ahead.
So, yes. So they were, on the one hand, it was quite cute when they were at the venue. And he, and she was like, is this like your first wedding or your first fancy wedding?
Yeah.
And I think I took it like she was asking, was your previous wedding, did you even have a wedding?
Yes.
Or was it sort of,
just justice didn't she say, isn't this your first wedding?
Right.
Like you weren't married before.
Oh, I took it like you were married before,
but like
you didn't have an actual wedding. You just got married like a justice of the peace or something, but not like a big to-do fancy wedding.
Then she followed it up with, at the hotel, didn't you see any big weddings?
Yeah, he said no. Yeah.
No.
She asked several times. I don't know. It was kind of interesting.
Several times. It was
something
interesting. I didn't know what she was getting at, but then he's looking at the lights and she's like, what are you looking at? They're just lights.
Yeah. I mean, he's just looking at everything open-eyed. He says this statement too. I should ask you. He says, the wedding, I have no opinions really, because the wedding is for the women's.
Yeah.
And what do you think?
I just went through a fairly large wedding, and it was about the women.
But what do you think?
Yes and no.
You agree with him? Okay.
No, I say yes and no. I think the woman, whatever they want, obviously, the majority of it, yes, the flowers, the dresses, whatever. But there's certain things that should be done together.
Okay.
That was a nice political answer, wasn't it?
Well, I feel like now you're on edge. You're on edge. I feel like you do.
No, I'm not. I'm not on edge.
Oh my God.
You can't break me, lady.
I'm not trying to. Dude, settle down. Oh my gosh. So it's like Marissa's mom entered the room.
These people get me wound up.
So Joanne, what's really funny is when she does meet the mom, I really, really just feel so bad for Marissa.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay. And on the one hand, it's like, I completely agree with Joanne, the mom. I completely agree with her on a lot of points. Maybe not her reasoning behind it, but I could agree looking out for your kid. Okay, fine. I can agree. I don't agree with, what she says about needing money for the grandkids. Like, I think that on that point, I don't agree, because I think that whatever Marissa wants to spend her money on, she can. She doesn't have to spend it to give to her kids in some future date so that they have, this generational wealth or whatever. If she wants to spend it in some other way in her own lifetime, she can. Like, that's for her, I think. But so the mom's like, look, I already talked to our lawyer, so just talk to Maria.
First of all, I didn't think even. I'll go take one step further. I don't even think it was the mother's place to talk to a lawyer. She should have just asked Marissa, have you spoken to a lawyer about a prenup? Done. Let's taste wine.
I think that a few things. I think she's been married before. She's talked to her lawyer before about this. And I don't know if you could afford to talk to a lawyer to get some advice, even though it's not even pertaining to you. It's weird, but it actually is, I think, okay to not, instead of coming to her from a place of not knowledge, like everyone else has something to say about a prenup, but they have no fucking idea what it is or why to get, right? But at least this mom's like, look, I investigated into it, and these are the facts. Hear it from the lawyer. Let the lawyer explain it to you.
I understand that, but I have 2 points to make. One point is the mother came out at Marissa. Did you talk to a lawyer? Yes, I talked to a lawyer, and I did it. Edward signed it. Okay. Well, I have another lawyer for you to talk to. I thought that was highly, highly dismissive of the mother, of totally disregarding what Marissa said. So what she's saying is, Marissa, you're still a little girl. Talk to my lawyer. That's how I read into that.
This whole thing reads like that. This whole thing reads like Marissa kind of feeling like proud of herself for doing the right thing. Like, I talked to the lawyer, he signed it, it's all fine, Ma, I took care of it. And then the mom just keeps like trying to like poke into the darkest side she possibly can.
And I understand where you're coming from. You're taking emotion out of it and you're going to business.
No, me?
Prenup, right? Yeah. We've had conversations.
I actually think that this mom here is coming not from a state even of protection. I think she's couching it as though it's coming from a state of I want to protect you. But actually, it's like she's really digging into like accessing her daughter's like deepest fears and negative emotional states. It's really what she's doing. Absolutely.
She's totally trying to manipulate.
On this, but on the surface, it's coming from this, like, I could understand, like, it's coming from this rational place, but that's just surface level. And the whole time you see Marissa's face go from, like, things are fine, I'm really happy now.
Things are fine, I'm happy,
to like just her mom. Right. And it's like she knows her mom is going to do this. In fact, you just read it right on her. And the mom says some other horrible things too. In addition to all of this, she says things like, well, I'm just concerned because, this is a different kind of relationship. Like, statements like that. She's digging from this place that is not actually from a place of
But for a wealthy woman like that,
Mm-hmm.
okay, maybe I'm, I don't know, subjectifying the mother a little bit, objectifying her. But you think a woman of that status would be more polished. Now,
no.
what I mean by that is sit down with your daughter, whom you say you love so much, and say, how are you feeling? How are you and Edward getting along? What's your plans? What's your plans on getting along and living together? How is that coming along? And then all the money should be the last thing to be spoken about. I understand with Mallory and attorneys that they speak about about those things because, yeah, I understand they're important, but don't gouge Marissa's eyes out as soon as she sits down about it.
Right.
That's what bothered me the most about it.
I think, I totally agree there. Absolutely. Like, I mean, you mentioned this part, like woman of her polish. I don't know if you mean her like social economic class, but I think
she doesn't come across to me as polished at all.
No,
mother.
You said she should have been more polished. I
thought she would be. I don't know what she does for a living.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't make the assumption that
maybe she runs a string of strip clubs. Maybe that's why she talks like that. I don't know.
The bada bing.
The bada bing.
I think I don't get that vibe from her, but that would be hilarious.
No. It would be fun.
I do think that just because she's affluent doesn't mean that she has any kind of polish or that she knows how to speak to people, especially her daughter. I often find that with my students, when they come from families that are wealthier families, the traditional, what we tend to see, well, we see all kinds of things. I can't say I see any one thing. But the biggest issue, if there's a problematic relationship, is it's called affluent neglect, where the well-to-do family and the parents, they kind of like leave the kid to like raise themselves with the nanny or something. We see that a lot. That's like the big problem. And here, I don't see that as much as what I see is her mom intentionally digging into her. Very passive aggressively, just trying to like knock her down is what you see. And also the mom's faces, even as Marissa's talking. I don't even know what Marissa was saying because all I could see was her mom's faces. And I kept like going back to hear what Marissa was saying, but my eyes could just only focus on Joanne's disgust. As her daughter is talking. And it's like, wow.
She has no regard for Marissa's personal feelings.
It's almost more than that though. Like it's almost like she actually wants to see her daughter, or not she wants to see her daughter sad as much as it's her habitual way of dealing with her daughter is to poke at her until she knocks her down is the feeling. It's tough to watch.
It could just be all about control. The mother needs to be in control of everything. I don't know. But she came across as a horrible person there.
Yeah, not a good look. Although she does a good wine tilt when she drinks her wine.
Yeah.
Woo, baby. She's got that down, like with the whole attitude about it. But look, there is a point here that is mentioned, right? Which is that you are signing on, the American is signing on to take care of this person financially for 10 years. Like they do have to sign that affidavit, right? Or until he's a U.S. citizen. I don't know the exact rule there.
Right.
But this idea that it's going to be exactly 40% of her salary, I don't know. I'm not a lawyer on this case. I've never dealt with anything like this, but I would say it just wasn't my interpretation of how I thought this worked. I thought it worked like if ever the person, even if you are separated, but they're still living in the States, you still have to financially take care of them. The only way you'd get called out on this, of course, would be something like you were somehow dependent on the state for funding. Okay? You apply for SNAP benefits or something like this, then it would say, oh, no, you actually have this person who sponsored you and they're going to pay for your food, not the government. Okay. That's really how I see it working. I don't see that it's exactly like, hey, it's going to be 40% of your entire salary, regardless of what your salary is. Or, I don't know how this lawyer came to that particular calculation.
Yeah, me either. I don't know.
The fact that Marissa wouldn't know that she's on the hook for this guy, for Edward, for 10 years is insane to me. Like, of course she would know that.
You
right?
would think you'd, it's wild that you bring that up because I'm thinking, she looked into it, Edward signed it. She had to have known.
That's something separate.
There's something separate, but she had to have known there would be financial implications.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a sponsor of the visa situation. It's not necessarily as a result of the deletion of their marriage.
I'm sure there was like you, I don't know any of the visa situations. I never went to love immigration.
Yet.
On
our tour of America, we will stop there.
Oh, absolutely. She had to have known, maybe I'm guessing here, but to support him financially in some sort of way if things went sideways.
She has to. Yeah, she has to.
And that's why I like Marissa so much, because I don't think she's thinking of the money. She's not thinking of the money. She's thinking of the relationship. And that's what people should be concentrating on first, is the relationship.
Well, look, this also brings up, similar to when we get to Shea and Annabelle, well, we talked about it last week with their potential financial arrangement with the kids. I mean, when there's the way the mom puts it is just like, when there's a step parent involved, that person very well could get the estate, will get the estate if there's nothing in place, right?
Right.
And that then would go to their children or their family when that person goes, and not necessarily the biological children of the original moneyed spouse, right? So I understand that point. And I also agree with her that I don't like the way she says it. I don't like how Joanne puts it when she's like, well, they're always just thinking about money. Like, they all say that. They all say they're not in it for the money. Hang on, let me finish, right?
Go ahead.
So, where was I? So I think that it is something that has to be considered, because it could be, if you do want to pass the money to your children, you have to plan for that, right? So I think that's normal. But the way she puts it, and especially at this point in time, is ridiculous. Like, the way Joanne says to her these things, like, well, they all say that, they all say they're not in for the money. The word they, I love how Marissa retorts, because Marissa says, we all say that. There's a big difference between they and what that might imply, and like we as people and what that might imply. And she's like, and you know what? And she says to her mom, like, I believe him. Like, you don't have to believe him. He's going to be my husband. That's great. It's like she has this moment where she recognizes and sees, it's like she remembers who her mom is or something, and her mom's just not going to support her. And she's like, fuck it, this is what I'm doing, Mom.
But the mother backs her into a corner, because she says, okay, the 40%, you're going to have to, you're on the hook 40% of your salary for 10 years. Okay. So I'm thinking, the mother is thinking, oh, wow, Marissa's going to agree with me and call this whole thing off.
I don't even think that's what the mom's trying to do. I think the mom is in some kind of habitual pattern where she likes to poke at her daughter because her daughter's happy and she wants to knock her down a peg. I think it's twisted.
Well, remember what Michael said, don't think they're such nice people because they're going to judge you. I'm sure they're not the easiest people to deal with, apparently. I don't know. We're taking Michael's word for it.
I think this is just mother-daughter relationship stuff. That's just really, as you would say, toxic.
So let me ask you a question. 40% of your salary, 10 years. How do you expect Marissa to answer that? I love him. He's going to be my husband, which she says. Or, you know what, Ma, your lawyer's right. Yeah, I better rethink this whole thing.
No, I don't think it's about the end result. I think it's about Joanne, again, knocking her daughter down a peg so that it's not like, oh, I'm going to do this and this will make me happy. Or no, I'll change my mind, Mom. Thank you. And that'll make me happy. It's not about her being happy. It's about her being knocked down a peg, I think. I think Joanne achieved her goal and can do her wine tilt and take her wine just fine because she achieved the goal, which was not to call off the wedding, but was to make her daughter feel bad.
make her feel bad. But you know what? I'm gonna respectfully disagree. I think her mother probably went into that conversation calculated. I'm gonna put this in Marissa's head that you better think about this. 40% of your salary is going to him for 10 effing years. If he leaves you, you break up, whatever. And I think for a moment, Marissa had clarity and thinking, oh my God, that's a lot. That's a lot. I'm going to be on the hook for 10 years. But then she went back and said, well, he's going to be my husband and I trust him. I think I think the mother absolutely is a calculating person.
Oh, yeah.
She did exactly what she wanted to do there.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we agree there. I think the point where we see differently is I think really all she really wants to do is knock her daughter down. It's not about marry him or don't marry him. That's the only point.
I think she's trying to break them up in the worst way.
Yeah. But I think she only wants to break them up, just not for the best interest even of the daughter or the grandkids or the blah, blah. I think it's just doesn't like seeing her daughter happier. So I think it's twisted. That's all. Yeah.
Yeah. The mother's very twisted. I'm sorry. And I've had my experiences of twisted mothers in my day.
Oh no, Kappie, no.
And that's for a different podcast.
Let's go to Speaking of mommies, let's go to Mommybelle and Shea.
Mommybelle looked beautiful, didn't she?
Yeah, she looked so nervous though.
She looked so nervous.
Oh my gosh.
Mommybelle.
And we start out and it's cute. We have the grandkids all happy. They're in bed all happy.
They woke up and he's like, big day, baby. You gotta get that one in there. Big day, baby.
I don't understand a word he says. I have no idea.
And then they were like, his friend was like, you nervous? He's like, no, I'm not nervous. Yeah, because he's done it 47 times.
Were you nervous on your third wedding?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that would be normal.
It's human nature. Sure.
Yeah.
I was. In fact, when they did the first look, before the wedding, they do that now. So we were on the beach. The first look is you actually see each other before the ceremony.
Okay.
To take pictures because it was early in the morning.
Okay.
And so my back is to Jen and she's walking toward me. She taps me on the shoulder and I turn around and I see her for the first time in her wedding gown. And I had all these thoughts in my head of what I was going to say, all these profound things.
Okay.
And, poetry, all of that stuff. And I looked at her and I was just like, silence. I said nothing. I don't think I said anything. I think I said, I love you. You look beautiful. That's it. Yeah. So nerves take over a little bit. I was nervous a little bit, not nervous that it wasn't going to work or anything. It's just, it's a big day.
Right. It's a big event.
It's a big event. A lot of eyes on you, a lot of decisions to make, on the fly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, she does actually, they do see each other, but she won't kiss him. And she checks out his fingernails.
That was funny, actually. His father and the friend's like, he's in real estate. How dirty can his hands get?
Right. Apparently pretty dirty.
When you live in the lake life.
Right. But the daughters were really taken aback by this. And they were like, that is some weird shit.
Oh, yeah.
And they ask her about it, in the car. And it seemed kind of funny, just as strange to them. They're noticing this for the first time, how they interact. But they are on Mommybelle's side. They really like her. Even Allison is saying that she wants to move forward, she said a clean sheet.
Yeah,
I guess that's what they say in the South.
Yeah, I know, clean sheet. Which I think is kind of cute, actually. Can we just say, those two daughters, I thought, were so sweet on their wedding day.
What the heck? The night before, they're like, "Hey, we want Dad's money," and then that day, they are really nice and sweet.
She's doing her nails, and they're doing her hair and makeup. They were doting over her.
They were. It was really nice to see.
It was nice to see.
And then Shea does put it in context when he said, it's like he knew. He's like, yeah, my daughters, they don't know the best way to have these conversations. He blows it off, and like, yeah, I'll take care of things. It'll be fine. And
have we been underestimating Shea this whole time? Maybe he's
apparently.
smart.
God
Maybe
damn it.
God damn it is right.
God damn it.
He's probably the smartest one out of the bunch, and we've been calling him all sorts of names and really degrading him all the God.
I haven't been nice to him.
No, either have I. And he may have it all together more than everyone else.
Well, more than this crew. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They do that. They pull one over on us. But I like that the characters develop in this way. They're not they're not static, so that's good. And yeah, another thing too I wanted to ask you about was, why do you think he didn't read his own vows? His friend read them.
I did notice that. And for this whole season, we never brought it up. I think he's got a little, he may have a little dyslexia or a speech impediment.
Okay.
I think that's why he didn't read his vows. You can roll your eyes all you want at me.
No, I'm just like, those are very different things. How would you think that he has dyslexia?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's just my observance, my observant nature, watching him through all of these programs.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I thought maybe he wasn't a good reader, or he just wanted to focus on her. But yeah,
he's not a good speaker. He's not a good orator.
He thinks he is.
Yeah, he thinks he is, but he's not. I just think he didn't do it because he wanted it done perfectly.
Yeah, I don't know. And then she didn't read vows, so I'm not sure. I wonder if things were cut or what happened there. But I'll say this: it was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
I usually am not into like weddings in general, but like I just thought this was really nice. I thought it was like they're almost like a treehouse. It was really.
It was spectacular.
Yeah, it was gorgeous, right? You overlook, you see all of the nature. It was quaint. And then they go back to the Airbnb and just have their own little party.
Yeah.
No one drinks and drives. It's, everyone's staying there. And it was the whole family and the friends, and that's it.
The biggest statement out of this whole thing about the money, he said, whoever puts my underwear on will get my money. Mm-hmm. There you have it.
Yeah, there you have it.
Allison and Abigail aren't going to put his underwear on. Clean under his fingernails.
I think it should always go that way. In the laws of succession, I think if it's ever in doubt, whoever did put the underwear on should get the money. Very profound, Shea. Very profound.
Very profound.
Mm-hmm. I see you. All right. So speaking of profound, Katie and Josh.
Oh yeah, it's really profound.
This was okay. To be honest, these stag do's do not look like any fun.
No fun.
This was not.
I give it 2 thumbs down. 2 thumbs down.
I give it -2 Spice Girls.
Very nice. No spice. There was no spice in that stag do.
So another friend joined. So we have Megan and Paige, and they're both red-headed friends. Yeah. Interesting. Mm-hmm. Just pointed out.
Interesting. Yeah. Similarities there. Some weird similarities going on in this story.
He does explain that a stag do is less of a bachelor party and more like hazing, which makes you question your choice of friends.
And if you're doing the right thing.
All right, here's the thing. It's clear to me now. Josh just likes to be humiliated.
Yeah, I got the same thing because he had no problem walking into the middle of that bar in that crazy getup.
He seemed to like it.
Which I go back. Never mind.
To be clear, not that he liked the getup. He didn't. He liked that it was humiliating, question mark. Like, really?
You and I have had this conversation before about the revolver too.
Oh, I didn't think it was about humiliation though.
It could be. We could be onto something with that dress he was wearing. And although I like Josh, I do. But you're right. He seemed to have enjoyed it.
How is the revolver too about this?
It's being submissive.
Oh, being humiliated is being submissive, and being pegged is about being submissive. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm learning how your mind works. Okay. Just going to leave it at that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take...
Well, this is the best way. The best way, ladies and gentlemen, to get to know your new kid sister is do a podcast on these antics. Absolutely.
Well, now I'm starting to wonder, what else do you think is submissive? What is in your big umbrella of what is submissive? It's fascinating.
I have a lot of thoughts.
Okay. Well, if he actively seeks out ways in which to be humiliated because he's into it, is that submissive?
Which is, there's nothing wrong. If that's the way you want to be, that's fine. I'm not judging the guy.
No, I see you're not judging.
Yeah,
although I think you're judging in the revolver too, honestly, even though you say you're not, but fine. But I don't think that either of these things is necessarily submissive on its value. But whatever. I don't want to argue anymore with my bro-in-law. But I think that in general, what's good about this scene is that he learns from his friends that he needs to take a harder line on, a clear boundary.
Which I still don't think he does, but...
No, he just can't do it.
He can't do it.
He just can't do it.
God, he can't do it. She's got that revolver, too, in a holster ready to go.
He's too submissive in his boundary setting.
My God. I sweat so much watching Katie and Josh.
What I love is when he comes back to the wedding venue and her parents are still there setting up and they see him walk in. It's like he intentionally walks in looking like this because he wants
couldn't change.
He wants to be looked at in this way.
Yes. This is who I am.
It almost reminds me of
Think about it. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's that movie A Christmas Story, and the kid has to wear that ridiculous bunny costume and he doesn't want to, and the look on his face is like of acquiescence to the thing.
Yeah.
And that is like what Josh is doing, except Josh seems to be into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Josh is showing his true colors, I believe, to all of America.
He does say something. He does say, what does he say? Like, we'll be married for a year or two and then what? Did you catch it? He says something like that.
Yeah, he said something, we'll be married for a year or two, and then she's going to start to want to make out with people.
Oh, you know what it was? It was on the coming attractions. That's where it was. Because Katie was like, oh, I'm having intrusive penis thoughts before the wedding.
Yes.
And Josh is like, I'm nervous that the wedding won't last more than 2 years.
Yeah.
Something like that. And I was like, oh, Kappie called it. That's what you said. Yeah.
Yeah. I give them, I'm starting to think not even 2 years.
Yeah. And so is Josh.
Yeah. 12, 18 months. 12, 18 months. He'll be back in Cambridge. Oh, no, he'll be a U.S. citizen, right? I don't know how that works. He'll have to go to Love Immigration. Check that out.
Well, he could be a citizen, I think, faster than anyone. Just based on where he's coming from and based on how I think he's probably like really into doing the paperwork.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just see that. So.
Oh, but when when he had the dress on, he's like, oh, this is like what married life is. No opinion, no autonomy.
Yeah.
That's a pretty telling statement.
It's pretty fucked up.
It's pretty fucked up. Because when he's laying in bed with her and he's like, well, I want to go over things with you. I want things to say. He still just doesn't say, look, I just want to be with you the rest of my life. I want the same from you. If you can't do it,
he can't do it.
He just can't do it. Why?
And I guess it's not just the British thing, because the friends are like, hey, you got to do it, right? And he tries, and they're in bed, and he tries to bring it up. And he brings it up. I do appreciate that he is not aggressive with it, right? Like, he's not like giving an ultimatum, so to say. Like, and it's like, if you don't want to give that kind of an ultimatum, then how do you navigate through that space? And clearly it's the first time he's doing this, and he's not super skilled at it. But to his defense, honestly, I do appreciate that. But at the same time, he's not drawing the line in the sand, and it's tricky, right? So I appreciate that about him. And he brings it up like a question, like, so now that we're going to be married, like, anything you want to discuss, anything you want to talk about, any questions? That's nice,
Yeah.
And he just can't really get it in, even when she says, yeah, okay, so we want to do monogamy, but maybe we do a 3-way in the future. Would that be monogamy? And he's like, well, technically, I guess that does meet the definition of monogamy, but that still might not be what I want in the future, know? And so they're trying to figure it out together. I think the bigger picture is that she has so many issues that that's really the thing. I mean, you can see them having some kind of a open marriage that doesn't work out on like some kind of show that we're watching in the future. Even
Katie and Josh are definitely getting a spinoff. Absolutely.
You're like, even if it's in my own head.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I want to see how this goes down.
She's happy to be. I'm happy to be marrying you, and he's like, well, I don't know if the words are hollow or real. I don't know. And then she says, I'm disappointed the door is closing. On that.
Yeah. Everyone is spiraling.
Yeah. Everybody.
They call this last fling before the ring, and it's as though, what is the fling referring to? For her, it's just that's referring.
Great. I wanted to bring that up with you, because fling is just not a fling. Is like an act with someone else. A fling is something that you're thinking about. Correct?
Well, I think here it's a very open interpretation of fling. I think fling, in order for it to make sense, I think fling must refer to something like, if it refers to anything, I think it would refer to any kind of whatever the thing I can no longer do before I get married or something.
Let me ask you a question. If she was so hell-bent on doing this, why didn't she just ask Josh, I need to get something out of my system. Just give me permission one last time to have one night of just total shenanigans. Let me get it out of my system. But she didn't do that.
No, she didn't do it. And even if she did, it wouldn't go out of her system, because she's got all these intrusive thoughts. Like, that's not going away unless she does the work.
No, she's not doing the work. I know everyone's getting tired of me saying that, but come on, it's what it's all about.
She's doing some other kind of work.
Oh, she's doing some work that I don't know if we want to know about.
So this episode must have been put together, and then they realized they had like an extra 2 minutes they needed to fill the space. So they threw in some Ashia and Maxwell.
Yeah.
And we start with her spiraling. And this is right after Ashia had left Rod and the aunt when they were arguing, and Rod apparently hit the table.
Yeah.
And so she's outside going, did he just slam the table? He almost just lost his hands.
Yep.
And then it goes right back to Rod. And Rod's like, well, I didn't mean to hit the table. He goes, I was so worried about him marrying her, but now I'm just worried about her.
He said, he goes, I'm trying to stop her. That's what he said.
Right. But he also says, like, I'm worried about her even more now. Like, it's not even the wedding as much as like, she's unhinged.
And then he said, I feel like I just lost her.
Yeah.
Come on, Melissa.
What do you mean?
I don't know. That's open to interpretation, that statement to me. He feels like he lost her.
Oh, of course you interpret it like he's into her. No, I think he might be, but I think that he's just I'm not a Rod fan, okay? But I think
me
that
either,
he
no.
is thinking she's totally lost her mind.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's all. And I'm like,
She,
look, she lost her mind way before we entered the scene. She speaks in
mhm.
tongues. She's doesn't listen to reason. But I do
She
think that
knows best. She
yeah.
knows best because she's listening to God, and no demon is going to stop me.
Yeah, right. We flash back to the
Yeah.
aunt, and the
Yeah.
aunt's trying to reason with her.
Yeah.
And, the aunt says, look, we're trying to catch up to what's happening here. I didn't even know that you were getting married. I came here, and who knew this was happening? And
Yeah.
Ashia's like, well, surprise, surprise.
It's happening.
So she has this side here that's coming out, and it does I just want to say this kind of reminds me of Paula too, because Paula has the side that comes out that
Oh, yeah.
that in her own
He,
language, we've seen it twice. She says really nasty things to him.
mhm.
And it's like here Ashia taps into this. Well, surprise, surprise. Like it's nasty. Like
Nasty.
she invited the aunt to come. The aunt doing this for her. The aunt wasn't like,
Yeah.
hey, you know what? I want to go to Lagos today. Like,
Yeah.
let's go to Nigeria.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, come on. I don't, and she's doubling down on it, which is fine.
She is.
Like I
Yeah.
hear what she's saying, the sense of I'm almost tired of it. Like we've been doing this for a year.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah.
stood the test of time. It's
Yeah.
ordained by God.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, no demon is going to prevent us from doing
No
this.
demon is going to stop. No demon is going to stop me.
So when they do get married, and we're going to see them get married,
Yeah.
what's going to happen is the demon going to come and like she trips over something and falls, or is the demon going to be there in some form? What do you think?
What I think about Asian Maxwell, something is going to happen on their wedding day. I don't know what yet, but
Okay.
something is going to trip this up. I
Okay.
still think they're going to get married, but I think there's going to be a lot of stumbling blocks. There's going to be fights. There's
Okay.
there's going to be certain things. I haven't figured it out yet, but stay tuned.
I'm still wondering.
The demon is coming.
I'm still wondering why people are arguing with her. Like I just be like, oh fuck it, it's such a lost cause. Let her do.
We spoke about it last week. If
Yeah.
you know someone all these years and they've always been argumentative, or they think they're right, or the God is speaking to them, why argue?
Yeah, and
Why?
Kathy, just take the free trip and just
free trip,
get
enjoy
some drinks.
it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to the beach.
Absolutely. And Rod too. Well, I whatever. I won't get into Rod again, but I'm not a Rod fan either. And stop banging. When someone has an act like that, when they're so frustrated, they bang their hand on the table. There's other reasonings behind it.
I didn't take it, as you know, like I don't take that like a huge sign of aggression. Maybe I just don't know what the terms of being and responsibilities of being a god brother actually is.
Me either.
It could be that.
No.
So I'm like, why does he care? What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you have it. That, in a nutshell, is Last Fling Before the Ring.
And it was a doozy.
So do you only think that Thomas and Paula are not getting married, or anyone else?
No, I think Thomas and Paula are definitely not gonna be married. No.
Okay. I think they're totally going to get married.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. To me, I don't see how they can after that conversation. No.
Not when he sees his credit card bill and sees how much he spent on that dress and dresses. He's like, oh my gosh, no.
Oh, but he saved $12. I mean, $20 on the Uber. And he said, "Oh, I saved a ton of money. Ton of money is $20."
What he really needs to do is just take her to a less expensive restaurant and take an Uber. That's how you save money.
Take an Uber and you go to McDonald's. You get her a Happy Meal and she's happy.
No, she won't be happy with that.
No. Well, it's happy. It's tiny.
Well, she just needs to manifest. So she needs to buy a miniature Uber.
Yeah. She needs to buy a little Tesla. Yeah. And have it on her night table next to her couch/bed.
And then they can argue about it, spider, and then he'll subliminally get the idea.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah. An Uber.
An Uber. Yeah. Then he can go sit on his yoga blocks.
Well, I think next time, I think everyone gets married.
Okay.
Probably the last episode, I guess. How much longer can they stretch this out?
I don't know. It seems like everyone's getting married in the next couple days here.
Like Debbie and Mito should be married already. Like, come on.
Well, you saw the coming attractions, right? I mean, everyone has seen the coming attractions. He doesn't show up.
Oh, they're waiting for him. He's going to pull the Mito surprise bullshit.
He's going to just the same as the proposal. Yeah. And the son is, I think the son might take his baseball bat and beat him over the head with it.
Oh my gosh, Kappie, settle down. Settle down. He's just, Mito wants to be a diva, right? Make her wait and crumble in tears.
Mito's a dick. Can I just say it? He's horrible.
Okay, and then Maxwell in the coming attractions threatens to, I guess, like arrest anyone who's disruptive at the wedding.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, I don't know, Paula's spiraling in her wedding dress.
Yeah.
Rosh has a meltdown and bawls his eyes out. What a diva he is.
He's a diva too. I'm interested why he's bawling his eyes out though there.
I think he's so emotional, and he's like they're maybe in like the rehearsal dinner or something, and he's just bawling. He's just
maybe
emotional.
He's like, I want to go back to the pony. I want to go back to the pony. Me and you, Brandon.
It probably, his family's not there, and so
I'm sure that's part of it. Sure, absolutely.
Mallory also was saying how she didn't tell Rosh that her dad's not going to be there. Why doesn't she say these things up front to him?
I'm not sure. There's a little bit of an ongoing theme with Mallory. She does keep some certain things from him. Yeah,
like she's looking out for him.
No,
but she's just got to tell him.
It's actually not. When you keep something from your loved one, that's really not protecting them.
No, not at all.
Not at all. It's actually hurting them.
It makes them cry like a baby in front of in front of all the friends and family.
Like I did watching Shea and Annabelle get married.
Did you cry?
For a second, I usually cry at weddings. I didn't cry at my own. Oh, I have a joke for you. Let me see if I get this right. I'm going to get a joke. I have a joke. You ready for a joke? You're sitting down.
Oh boy. Okay.
So I went to my wedding years ago, right? My first wedding, and everybody was crying. Everyone in the church was crying. My mother was crying. My father was crying. My mother-in-law was crying. The priest was crying. Everyone in the church, everyone was crying. I went outside, everyone was crying. I went to the hotel for my honeymoon that night, and my new wife, she got undressed. I started crying.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's the joke. Yeah. It's not funny.
Come on.
That's not funny. It's not funny, bro.
That's a funny joke. That was funny when I was in 10th grade.
Not even. When you were in 10th grade.
No, I just heard it.
Were you in 10th grade?
Dangerfield. No, it's a Rodney Dangerfield joke.
Of course, no, I know, obviously. Wasn't funny when he said it, not funny when you repeat it.
Oh, it was funny when he said it.
All right, bro, I say we wrap this up.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for everyone listening. Thank you. Instagram, Reality In-Laws. We are the best. We just don't make fun of people. We break it down, baby.
It's so humble.
It's so humble. That's right. Reality In-Laws.
Melissa, are you doing okay today?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm in a great mood.
Okay.
MD Kappie and Melissa breaking it down piece by piece, bit by bit. A little bit. I know.
Jinx.
You
owe me a Coke.
You owe me a Coke.
It was funny in 10th grade.
That's funny.
All right. Ciao, ciao, my bro.
Ciao, ciao. Great time.